Silence is often underestimated in its power, yet it holds a profound ability to clear our minds and grant us clarity that the hustle of everyday life tends to bury. In this exploration of quietude, we open up how adopting a stance of having nothing to lose can radically transform our approach to life's challenges and opportunities. In the journey towards personal transformation, silence is not merely the absence of sound. It's a deliberate choice to filter out the noise of the external world. This choice enables us to focus inward, fostering an environment where self-awareness can thrive. By accepting periods of silence, we can listen to our own thoughts without the interruption of constant stimuli. This process helps us identify our true desires and the fears that may be holding us back. Silence also serves as a foundation for better decision-making. Without the constant input from outside sources, our decisions become more reflective of our true intentions and less influenced by others' opinions or social media. It's about finding a space where we can think for ourselves, which is essential in cultivating a mindset that feels liberated from the constraints of societal expectations. Silence can be a strategic tool in our personal and professional lives. In negotiations or important meetings, for example, being comfortable with silence can give us an edge. It allows us to listen more effectively, understand the underlying messages in conversations, and respond with greater consideration. This aspect of silence is not just about being quiet. It's about being present and fully engaged in the moment. Now let's look into our perceptions of loss, which often restrict us more than the reality of the risks we face. The fear of losing, whether it's status, money, or relationships, can dictate our choices, pushing us towards safety and away from potentially life-changing opportunities. But when we dissect these fears, we often find that they are not as formidable as they appear. Consider the concept of loss in the context of risk-taking. The thought of losing something permanently can paralyze us, but what if we viewed potential losses as necessary steps toward greater gains? This shift in perspective is crucial. It allows us to see beyond the immediate repercussions of our actions and understand that every loss is accompanied by a lesson, an opportunity to grow and adapt. To truly act as if you have nothing to lose, start by reassessing what you value most and why. This assessment isn't about devaluing important aspects of your life, but about understanding which fears are based on reality and which are amplified by anxiety and societal pressures. By identifying and challenging these fears, we can diminish their control over our actions. This approach helps us cultivate resilience. By mentally and emotionally preparing ourselves for any outcome, we enhance our ability to bounce back from setbacks and view them not as definitive losses, but as integral parts of our personal development journey. This resilience empowers us to take calculated risks, pushing us closer to our goals, with a boldness that is liberated from the fear of failure. Accepting a mindset where you act as if you have nothing to lose does not mean disregarding all consequences. Instead, it involves approaching life's opportunities with boldness and a clear sense of purpose. When you adopt this mindset, your decision-making process shifts dramatically. You become more willing to step out of your comfort zone and take actions that might have previously seemed too risky or intimidating. This mindset fosters innovation and creativity. Without the fear of losing, you're more likely to try new approaches and explore ideas that defy the norm. This can lead to breakthroughs in various aspects of life, whether in your career, personal development, or relationships. By not limiting yourself to conventional paths and outcomes, you open up a myriad of possibilities that can lead to unexpected and rewarding experiences. Acting with nothing to lose can accelerate personal growth. It compels you to face your fears head-on and develop courage. Each step taken in this mode of operation builds confidence and self-assurance, reinforcing your ability to handle future challenges with even greater agility. While we steer clear of specific character examples, history is replete with narratives of individuals who have embodied this philosophy, often altering the course of their fields or even societal structures. Think of the many innovators and leaders who, by many accounts, took monumental risks based on the conviction of their visions, rather than the safety of the status quo. Their willingness to face potential failure spurred innovation and often led to profound changes in society. These historical contexts demonstrate the significant impact of taking bold risks. The common thread among these stories is the substantial rewards reaped from high-stake risks. These narratives are not just about success against the odds, but also about the transformational growth experienced through the journey of overcoming fears and embracing challenges. Leaders and pioneers across various epochs have shown that a key component to monumental success often involves stepping into the unknown with the conviction that there is nothing to lose. Adopting a stance of detachment is key to acting as if you have nothing to lose. Detachment here does not imply a lack of care or commitment. Rather, it signifies a composed disengagement from the outcomes of your actions. This mental stance allows you to make choices based on what you truly believe is right, rather than out of fear of negative outcomes or failure. Detachment fosters a peaceful state of mind by reducing the anxiety associated with potential losses. It encourages a focus on the process rather than the result, emphasizing action over fretting about possibilities. For instance, when making a decision, the detached individual looks objectively at the options and their potential impacts, chooses without undue emotional influence, and then moves forward without linger on pudistai. This approach is particularly valuable in high-stress environments, where the pressure to succeed can lead to rushed decisions or paralysis by analysis. Detachment allows for clearer thinking and a calm demeanor, which are essential for effective problem-solving and innovation. To begin incorporating this philosophy into your daily life, start with small, manageable steps. One practical method is to practice mindfulness daily. Mindfulness involves observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This practice can help you cultivate detachment and reduce the emotional intensity associated with potential outcomes of your decisions. Another step is to consciously take risks in areas of your life where the stakes are low, but the fear of failure has held you back. This could be anything from trying out a new hobby, speaking up in meetings, or making a change in your routine. Each small risk you take builds your confidence and reinforces the mindset of having nothing to lose, gradually preparing you for bigger challenges. It's also beneficial to reflect regularly on your actions and their outcomes. Reflection helps you learn from each experience, regardless of the outcome, and improves your decision-making skills over time. By reflecting, you reinforce your learning and prepare yourself to take on more significant challenges with a well-grounded sense of courage and an understanding that not every risk results in a direct reward, and that's perfectly acceptable. While the philosophy of acting as if you have nothing to lose is liberating, it is not without its challenges. One of the primary hurdles is overcoming the innate fear of failure that many of us harbor. This fear can be deeply ingrained, stemming from early life experiences or societal pressures that equate failure with shame or loss of respect. To overcome this fear, it's important to reframe how you view failure. Rather than seeing it as a setback, consider it a necessary component of the learning process. Every attempt, successful or not, provides valuable insights that are critical in refining your approach and enhancing your resilience. Shifting your perspective to view each experience as an opportunity for growth makes the fear of failure less daunting and more a part of a continuous improvement cycle. Another challenge is dealing with the external pressures and expectations from society, family, or peers. These pressures can sometimes dissuade you from taking the path less traveled due to the fear of judgment or alienation. Overcoming this requires a strong sense of self and the conviction that the choices you make are in your best interest. Cultivating an environment where you regularly affirm your values and decisions can shield you from negative influences and bolster your confidence to pursue what truly matters to you. Adopting a mindset of having nothing to lose can also profoundly affect your relationships. On one hand, this approach can lead to enhanced authenticity in interactions. When you are not overly concerned about the consequences of being your true self, you tend to communicate more openly and honestly. This authenticity can strengthen relationships, as it invites a similar openness and genuineness from others. On the other hand, it's important to ensure that this fearless approach does not morph into recklessness that could potentially harm your relationships. Maintaining a balance is key, being bold in your decisions, while being considerate and empathetic towards others. It involves recognizing the impact of your actions on those around you and ensuring that your pursuit of personal freedom does not infringe on others' well-being or emotional security. Balanced correctly, this philosophy not only fosters stronger personal connections, but also encourages those around you to embrace a similar level of honesty and courage in their own lives. It can lead to a mutually supportive environment where each individual feels empowered to take risks and share their true selves without fear of judgment or loss. The long-term benefits of living as if you have nothing to lose extend far beyond occasional bold decisions. This mindset cultivates a life rich in experiences and growth, characterized by a continuous journey toward realizing your potential. One of the most significant benefits is the development of resilience. As you encounter various outcomes from your decisions, both favorable and unfavorable, you learn to adapt and bounce back quicker each time. This resilience enables you to face life's challenges with a robust spirit and less fear. This approach often leads to a deeper sense of fulfillment. When you are not hindered by fear of loss or failure, you are more likely to pursue paths that align with your deepest values and interests. Over time, this alignment between your actions and your values fosters a profound internal satisfaction and contentment, knowing that you are living authentically according to what truly matters to you. The mindset of having nothing to lose encourages a life of innovation and creativity. Free from the constraints of fear, your mind is open to explore, create, and innovate without undue stress over the outcomes. This freedom often results in not just personal satisfaction, but can also lead to breakthroughs in personal and professional endeavors that might otherwise have been stifled by a more cautious approach. To integrate the philosophy of having nothing to lose into your life, it starts with a commitment to self-reflection and an ongoing evaluation of your fears and aspirations. Regular self-reflection helps you stay aware of and question the fears that may be limiting you. Ask yourself what you would do differently if you weren't afraid of losing something, and use these insights to guide your actions. Incorporating this mindset also requires a shift in how you define success. Defining success on your own terms, rather than societal standards, is crucial. Success might mean achieving personal goals, growing in your relationships, or simply enjoying a balanced and joyful life. By setting your own benchmarks for success, you reduce the influence of external pressures and enhance your motivation to pursue what genuinely interests you. Accept a practice of gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you fear losing to appreciating what you currently have. This shift not only enhances your emotional and psychological well-being, but also reinforces a positive mindset that supports daring and thoughtful risk-taking. Accepting the mindset of acting as if you have nothing to lose can transform your life into a journey filled with growth, resilience, and fulfillment. As you step forward with this bold philosophy, you'll find that fear becomes a lesser barrier, and life opens up in unexpected, enriching ways. If you found value in exploring this transformative approach, don't hesitate to like this video. Share it with those who might benefit from this perspective, and subscribe to stay updated with more insights that can enhance your journey towards a fearless and fulfilling life.